Hi everyone, welcome back. If you celebrated Thanksgiving this year, I really hope that you had a wonderful one. I can't believe that it's already come and gone. They say as you get older, time goes by faster. That's not really true, but it often feels that way. I can remember as a kid, it just seemed like it took forever for Christmas to get here. And when you're a kid, you look forward to the milestones, becoming a teenager, driving, turning 21. The adult milestones you don't look forward to as much. Turning 40, turning 50, hitting menopause, getting your first sciatic pain is just not as much fun. But last week you saw me cleaning, getting ready for Thanksgiving because I had company coming over. And today I just want to kind of go over a little bit about what I was doing and what I was using. If you have any questions for me or if you have any suggestions or advice, please leave it in the comments below. So I was doing dishes in the kitchen, and at one point you saw me scooping out the drain, and it was food particles. Everyone in this house sticks their plates or their bowls or whatever with food still stuck on it. Luckily, I have these little mesh baskets. They're really good for catching particles of food, and they catch just about everything. If I didn't have these in my sink drain, my drain would stay clogged. When I was cleaning one of these pans, you saw me using a spatula. I actually use a metal spatula sometimes to actually scrape these pans because they get stuff that's baked on them. But these have gotten so incredibly nasty. I noticed when I was decluttering how bad these had gotten. So I did get a new set. So now these can be decluttered. So the microwave had just gotten completely filthy. And it took me a long time scrubbing that microwave. Laura C., one of the viewers, had commented that I should get a splatter shield for my microwave, and she's right. I should have a splatter shield, but I don't. So the next time I go shopping, I'm going to look at getting one of those because the kids love their pizza rolls. And that's what was all over my microwave was the inside stuffing from the pizza rolls. They heated them up and they just went everywhere. So when I was cleaning out the refrigerator, you saw that there was a piece broken off one of the shelves of the refrigerator. I got my husband to actually super glue that back together, and so I actually had to wait till the next day to finish cleaning out the refrigerator. We shove a lot of stuff into the drawers and into our refrigerator, and I think that's probably why it broke in the first place, was because we had placed too much into that drawer. And you saw me cleaning off the outside of my refrigerator. My little blue heeler, Mia, she absolutely hates the ice maker. Every time the ice maker drops ice into the bucket, she barks her head off at the refrigerator. So what you saw me cleaning off of the refrigerator was actually dog spit. And I'm not sure if you could tell my living room window and my sunroom windows. That's what I was cleaning off of those as well because the dogs, they bark at anything that moves outside. So when it came to my living room, you saw me sweeping, mopping, and polishing my floor. I tried to move whatever I could out of the floor, including some of the furniture, in order to give me a bigger area to polish. You saw me using a regular kitchen broom, but what I actually prefer to use is this. These just kind of glide across the floor and don't scratch them. I had a Libman, one with the big green pad, but I took it to my mom and my dad's and I left it there for them to use to make it easier for them to sweep. And I had this one in the basement, but it was dirty and I had put off washing it. And so I just used the kitchen broom that I had. But this is actually what I prefer to sweep my floors with. So when I mop my floors, I use this. It's the Bona Hardwood Floor Cleaner. I buy it in a big jug like this, and then I get a spray bottle and I pour it into that, and then I just kind of spray it on the floor. And then I use my Swiffer sweeper, but I just use rags that I have around the house here to mop my floor with, and then I can wash and reuse the rags. So I just try to mop on occasion. Usually I just try to spot clean my floors because adding anything wet to hardwood floors can damage them. I actually cleaned my hardwood floors twice. The first time I used the Swiffer mop to go over it, and the second time I actually did clean it on my hands and knees. The reason I did that is because I have dogs, and I wanted to make sure that every speck of dirt and every speck of hair was off of the floor before I polished it. If any hair was left on the floor when I polished it, it would be stuck to the floor until the polish wore off. So I was soaking in my tub and I noticed that the ceiling had started to get surface mold. And so you saw me using the Zep mold and mildew remover. What I did there was I sprayed it on the ceiling and then I used my Swiffer with a rag to go across it to actually scrub the mold off. So you don't actually have to go out and buy any special products to get surface mold off the ceiling. There's a couple of other things that you can try. One is just to mix up some bleach and water. You can spray that on the ceiling, let it set for a couple of minutes, and then rinse it off with a wet rag. Another thing you can try is actually Lysol spray. Lysol will actually kill mold and mildew. So I have brass fixtures in the bathroom, and I noticed that they were starting to get hard water stains. And usually I try to clean them off with just some multi-purpose cleaner, but it wasn't working. So I actually Googled how to clean hard water stains off of brass fixtures. And everyone recommended vinegar. So I used the vinegar on my brass fixtures and I was really surprised at just how well it worked. I still have some hard water stains on there, but some people were recommending to dunk paper towels into the vinegar and then let them soak on the fixtures for about 20 minutes before wiping them off. I didn't really have a lot of time to do that, so I just kind of wiped them off, and they do look 500 times better than what they did. I wish I had have known about this when we first remodeled that bathroom. But I think going forward, every time that I do clean my bathroom, I'm going to use the vinegar. And I think that the faucets will start to look better and better. So when I was cleaning the windows, you saw me using a toothbrush. There was a lot of dirt built up inside of the corners. And so the toothbrush actually helped me to get into those corners easier. So I keep a couple of toothbrushes underneath of my kitchen sink in case there are any tight areas that I might need to clean. So I noticed the day before filming that my bathroom sink drain was actually starting to run really slow. So to free up the clog in my bathroom sink, I used this. It's called a hair snake. They don't cost very much. It's basically just a little piece of plastic and it's got jagged edges. And you stick it down inside of the drain, and when you pull it up, it pulls out the hair. So when I was cleaning my toilet, you saw me using a sponge brush that's actually used for cleaning like bottles and glasses in the kitchen. So what I've found is that with bristle brushes, it actually kind of stays on top of the toilet bowl and it kind of doesn't really touch the whole bowl. But the sponge brushes actually touch the entire bowl, giving it a better clean. So I do have a dirty little secret to share with you. I stuff shuffled. So I knew I had family coming for Thanksgiving, and a lot of this stuff was sitting out in the dining room, in the living room, and so I moved it all into my spare bedroom. 3 of the totes that are in here are actually the Christmas decorations that I recently went through. I'll be pulling those out of here because I'm going to be decorating for Christmas this week. So every year I tell myself that next year will be different. I'll get the decorating done sooner, I'll get the cleaning done sooner so that I can actually enjoy the holidays. But it hasn't happened yet. But I'm telling myself that again for next year because maybe next year will look different. I've been doing a ton of decluttering and getting rid of stuff. This year I have actually gotten rid of more stuff than what I've brought into the house. So I know that I'm on the right track. I'm making progress, and so maybe next year will look different. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.
Can I be featured?
Yeah, if you want to.
Hello, I'm Logan.
Just one more son.